And Election Day is a milestone for our people and the country. The government has taken all measures to ensure the Commission on Elections will conduct a trouble-free elections without any hitches. After yesterday's Luzon-wide blackout, our people are asking, will the incident repeat itself next Monday when we move to polling places and vote? What measures are in place to deal with the power blackout if it happens? Joining us tonight live via phone patch from Leyte is Energy Secretary Jericho Petilla. Good evening, sir, and welcome to NewsLife.
Good evening.
Sir, after yesterday's blackout, should our people worry that it could happen on Election Day, Monday?
There is no reason for the incident that happened yesterday to happen again on Election Day. We've basically isolated the problem. We're still trying to find out what happened there, but at least we know where it happened, and we're making sure that it doesn't happen again on Election Day.
Sir, what specific measures are you currently putting into place to make sure that this will not happen?
Well, number one, we've actually asked everybody not to do any maintenance repair a week before and a week after the election. Okay, this is regarding the power plants, this is regarding the transmission lines. Any repairs that need to be done will have to be done not within that period, just to make sure that we don't actually trigger anything that would cause any nationwide effect on power situation. So the contingency really here is to bring it back to normal level just in case something happens. So how quickly can we do that? That's what we're doing right now, preparing for any eventuality. We have a command post in the DOE, and GCP has also a command post overseeing what's going on the grid, and deploying people need be right away if things need to be deployed.
Sir, you mentioned that the cause of yesterday's blackout is still being investigated, but some say that transmission malfunction may be the problem which led to the breakdown of a number of power plants. Have you looked into this, and what caused the transmission malfunction?
It's not necessarily a transmission malfunction. Okay, it's we're trying to find out whether this is a transmission problem or a generator problem. But whatever the problem is, okay, we know that it started in the Binyan-Calacca circuit, and that's what we're isolating right now. In fact, as we speak right now, the Calacca plant is actually ready to go, and the transmission line covering that circuit is also good to go. They've been examined several times already, but we're getting independent reports from third-party people just to make sure that that all the lines are okay and the plant's relay system are also okay.
Sir, so in general, are our power supply for the Luzon and Visayas grid adequate for Monday?
It's already adequate even at this point. Okay, we have enough power. It's been back to normal since 11 a.m. today. When I say back to normal, it doesn't mean that before 11 a.m. there was power failure, because there was none. We're just saying that before 11 a.m. today, we had adequate power, but we were on yellow alert in terms of reserve. Our reserve was a bit thin. But after 11 a.m., when all the power plants came into play already, we're on normal level now, and we expect to be on normal level even on Election Day.
Just for example, sir, something really happens and we experience blackouts. What are the emergency measures that are on standby?
The emergency measures really is just to put the plant back online as quickly as we can. It's not specific for election, but the contingency plan of the entire power industry is basically we have must-run units. In other words, if a plant, there are standby power plants that we can commission right away to bring the grid back to its normal level. So it's not only election related, it's actually on a daily basis. We have these MRUs, we call them MRUs, must-run units, that are on standby.
Sir, now let's discuss Mindanao. As it is, people are complaining about 8-hour brownouts. And you have promised earlier, we have heard in your interview, that there will be electricity on that day. How long will you continue supplying electricity for the island in Mindanao?
Okay, the 8-hour brownouts, okay, if you look at the reports that we're getting right now, okay, is that we're not getting any reports recently in the past few days on 8-hour brownouts. What we're getting is 5 hours rotating brownouts, and some don't even have brownouts already. And that's because we've actually increased the output of the hydro plants. That used to operate about 550 megawatts. That's almost 700 now. That's because we released extra water that we've impounded since September 2012. We're releasing that water from May 1 to May 21st. So in that period of time, we have an increased capacity, although starting May 22, that capacity will be gone. Water will be gone by that time because it's really only reserved for this particular election period. So with the cooperation of the various business sector who have indicated that they will not run their business establishments, there's a good chance that we can actually have a brownout-free election day.
And sir, how safe are our power plants and transmission lines from possible attacks from outside forces? Is security provided by AFP and PNP to prevent any attacks?
I think you'll have to ask it as far as that is concerned, because that is a security measure. But we did coordinate with the armed forces and PNP as far as which areas need to be addressed in terms of security threat.
And sir, a final word from you to our voters out there to not worry about power outage on Monday.
Okay, do not worry about power outage Monday. We will ensure that there will be power, but just in case, just in that isolated case that there is no power, the PICO's machines will continue to operate and the elections will come.
All right, thank you very much. On that note, that was Energy Secretary Jericho Petilla live via phone patch from Leyte. Thank you, sir.